Namaste. Today is Thursday, August 27th, 2015.
And we're ready to begin.
And we're going to begin, and I'm not sure, I don't think we're going to be doing this daily any longer. Siddhananda needs to have a little bit more rest in between and stuff, so we'll see.
Okay,
But today, we're proceeding for today.
Yes.
Raji down. I'm going to put you guys out if you don't behave. Come on down. Go lay down.
You see those eyes in here, the eyes over the shirt. Okay. Let's see. When I came here, mind began to not be so stirred. I desire to live peacefully. I lived in the time of I'm hearing kind of Inca or Mayan.
Incan and Mayan.
Yeah, and
It was kind of a rough era.
we did everything here. That was. Yes, you're right. Just I'm hearing in my mind Mayan ruins or something, and but also the energy is very strong there. It's very healing in some ways, and seeing something about caskets. I don't know, being buried like that or something, or some way of the burial. Being, however, I don't know what rituals all they do then in that time, but there was something to the body done, and seeing that image of the body and then the wrappings, rope or something, and I think just some, like, maybe more, if somehow they're still connected there. Boy, that's kind of my feeling. And they're maybe connected to that body that is not even alive anymore. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe still, or at least that experience of whatever happened with that death and the following ritual that took place, they watched it or they saw it, they're still kind of not able, they haven't really left that fully.
And what is the reason that you have not left?
That time was hard, that thing, that whatever, they, wrapped the body and they feel kind of that feeling is with them a little bit. I don't know. I just...
you can be free of that. There's no reason to cling to that.
They're saying, really?
Really?
Wasn't that who I am? Or
no,
what happened
it's not.
Happened to me, though?
Yeah, no, that was a temporary thing and a temporary journey, but now it's time to move forward. You can go on to other lives, other experiences, other...
They're saying, really? I'm not that body or that...
Yeah, no, you're not that body and you're not that experience that took it. It was something that you experienced, but you are not that. There should only be an awareness of that, but not being that.
I just don't think I did anything. I was a good, I think, woman. I lived my life good, and I don't know, something may have happened towards the end that wasn't so, maybe kind of violent. I don't know. I just can't
It
quite
was a
connect
very
it.
violent culture.
Yeah, something violent happened
There
to
was
her.
a lot of violence. There were a lot of sacrifices. She could have been a
It
sacrifice.
could have been, and that's my feeling. Something happened.
Yeah, there were a lot of during that time, a lot of sacrifice. People sacrificed, and very violent. They would actually, some of them rip out the heart, and the heart's still beating. I mean, they had some very, very, yeah.
That's my feeling. Something happened, and she was wrapped, or I don't know how her body was handled after that completely, but something that bound her so tight, and she feels,
She can be free of the bindings. There's nothing to be bound any longer. You're not that body, you're a spirit. Look and see that you're a spirit.
She's, I think she revisits that in her head.
Yeah, there's no reason to go back there.
I'm not that anymore.
No, you're not that. You've never been that. You are that light that's within the heart of being. You are that.
And she was saying she died with God in her heart. And
then go to the God that's within heart, rather than seeing the external shell. The other was a shell, that's all.
It's just kind of so, and afraid too, like what's gonna, what will that come? I guess a little, but I think she's just been with that identity
for so long. Yeah. It's been a lot of time has passed that was there.
Yeah.
But no, you are that within the heart of being is that God essence. And that God essence then experiences through the forms, different realms, different experiences. But they're only experiences.
And she's feeling light. She's feeling lighter, kind of like that. I guess I'm seeing chains maybe starting to break, like it was a chain.
Yeah.
Like that's all I can say. I see chains, and her message of those. That's where I was, and with this light, it's feeling like it's beginning to soften that imagery, that feeling of being identified with. Being a woman. She was a good woman. She was a loving, and I think that part she liked. She was kind of like, why would they do this? And
right. So,
but now she feels she can,
But the spirit is eternal. The spirit is eternal. So let go of that form or body and that form or experience, so that you can move forward. Just allow more of that light to come in and to cleanse and to purify and to let you move forward, and ask to move forward.
She's really kind of just, releasing and sad and releasing and just, more present for sure. And oh gosh,
He wants
both.
Yeah, he wants to come up here. You know how he is. He's jealous if Raj gets held. He has to be held.
You got the two little muffins in
the two monkeys.
Your hands there, and she's smiling because she knows what we're talking about. She's smiling, and she almost is thinking as she smiles, some things don't change. Life is kind of just life, I guess.
Exactly, life is life.
That kind of gave her that insight.
Yeah, life is life. It's all experience, and then you can go forward to new experiences. You don't need to remain stuck in that. That is not the only experience in your existence.
And she's enjoying looking at the puppies and
the two monkeys,
and kind of just just feeling lighter and feeling more present, and she can kind of just be whatever herself now, I guess, without that being there.
Right.
And I'm seeing the chain again, without that chain.
Right. You don't need that chain. There's no reason to hang on to that chain. It doesn't benefit you in any way.
Oh, she's so grateful, and how should I proceed is kind of
just ask for light, and ask for those on the other side to aid you, to get you ready to move forward into another existence that would benefit you.
she's much quieter. I mean, it's just much. It's like she has, I would say, kind of a gentle but strong. I mean,
yeah.
She's got both, and she's just kind of, you know, and I now I see a picture more of a water river that can carry her now. She's okay with letting that carry her wherever that destination
Excellent.
goes.
That's much better. Yeah, go with the flow.
She's smiling. She's really, really smiling. Like it's very genuine. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's that one. I don't know. Is there anything else with her?
No, we just let her, you know, she can continue, you know, to ask guidance from the other side, and they can help to get her ready and prepare her for the next leg of the journey.
That's there for her.
Yeah.
So, next.
Okay.
What's your story now? Let's see. You know, I get different imagery at first, and I just want to make sure I'm getting the, you know, this connecting, and it takes a minute, so. Oh. Reality, non-dual, reality. Ooh, I'm sorry. Did hear again, try to be still, sitting on well, maybe it's one of the masters, I don't know. Try to be still, sitting on We love you, and you're a sage. Try to be still, and I see that river, and it's okay. It's okay. Okay. I don't know what I see, a trident or something. I don't know. Like giving it to me or something.
Okay.
So. Okay. Maybe just, I think it was just more
there
that energy
to support you.
Yeah.
To be supportive.
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you for that.
Okay, so we got a linga here. It's a nice one, black one. I think at the end of this I'm seeing again some rituals with the linga, and some of the honey or the milk and the flowers, and I see him standing there and pouring it on the linga, and I feel or see a picture of the gods there, the Ganges there. He's in his, it looks like yellow, but I don't think so. I think he's a householder maybe. And he's there and he's doing those rituals. So, okay, so, it's nice. I mean, it's open. I feel the Ganges. I feel that in my heart, and that kind of energy. So how can we help you today? They want to pour some of that on me. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm a linga or something. I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm feeling, and I'm feeling it come down. And see the three, tribe, the stripes or whatever, and it's like here. It's love. They're doing it with love. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Next. Gentle spirit, be well, saying to me, gentle spirit, be well. Okay, so can we help you with something today? She has some mistaken knowledge that about the world, about the physical world, as if it's maybe, I'm hearing lessons, which sounds right, but seeing someone walking in, like feet walking in this physical world, and feeling that, I don't want to say that that has some reality. I don't know, is that your question? Concrete world is real. Concrete world is true. I don't know quite.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a little bit of an inkling.
Okay.
That I think that they're asking if that world is real. It's real as long as your mind is making it real.
Okay. I think that's right. Exactly.
It's real if your mind is making it real. But when you wake up into realization, it becomes like it was a dream state. But as long as your mind is interacting in it and taking it as total substance, then it appears to be real during that time of experience.
That's their experience. And in a way, I'm trying to see where they're at now, though.
Yeah, the further you go on your path, the more it becomes less heavy substance and becomes more of a energetic embodiment. Do they understand that?
I believe they do. And especially as you're speaking, I'm feeling just it's more energy. It's not, I think that's their way of saying and that thank you for actually bringing that, that kind of, I want to say, so they don't feel like they're just such a
heavy substance,
like less substantial.
Right.
And
everything, even, the form is corporeal, but in it, the form are all the cells, and in the midst of the cell is the nucleus, and in the midst of that is that empty space, you know, and so, really, the form is in a lot of empty space. There's a lot of room between the particles of energy that hold the body together, so it's not really as solid as you would make it seem.
You said, is this true? And you said right away, then everything just has a different vibration.
Right.
He got that, like everything.
What one sees as far as color, whatever, sound, it depends on the vibration of it. Some is faster, some is slower, and then when it all comes together, it makes a physical type of a reality that's seen.
Yeah, I think there was an insight there, or a seeing even, maybe more a seeing of the vibration, the different solid. Something solid is a slower.
It's a slower vibration,
and that's the
which
only
makes
difference.
which makes it appear to be more solid.
There you go. That's exactly, and I think but it's the same.
It's the
same.
It's
like
all
energy.
the same. It's all the same energy. One is just vibrating at a slower vibration. Like etheric bodies, light bodies are vibrating at a much higher resolution, therefore they appear lighter, much more. Yeah.
And he's getting that, and I think he's good with that. It's almost as we're speaking, he's feeling less heavy. He's feeling less bound by something kind of heavy, that's...
the more that he can just sit and resonate with that, the more lighter he will feel, and the more less of that heavy, substantial thing will be there, and he'll begin to understand that more and come more into that type of a vibration, a higher vibrational state.
Right, I think he's conveying, kind of a something solid here and then light here, but they can merge, but they can also be, just the light can be, without that, I guess is kind of what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it was aha, kind
Yeah,
of thing
little.
for this energy.
Yeah, little
And
aha moment. Light bulb.
Yeah, light bulb. That's right. And sometimes the light bulb gets transmitted as I'm getting it because I see the light bulb. Okay, light bulb went on finally. Oh, he did, and this is funny because he did show a picture of a light bulb with the, the chain cord and your hand pulling it off of it, which was cute. I get a kick out of these things. What can you do? I mean, they do have a sense of humor. He's laughing. He's laughing. He's happy that we're both laughing too. So anyway, I don't know if a mantra might be good for this one, or what do you think? It's up to you.
Is he asking for a mantra?
If
he's not asking for, he doesn't need it. He's
yeah. I wasn't sure if that was. I kind of got a mix, so I didn't. We can just let it be then. We can just let it be.
Yeah, if he wants a mantra, he can ask from the other side, and they will be
That's
happy
true
to
too.
pass it to him.
You're not going to be left out of whatever
no,
you need.
If he needs the mantra and
That's
he wants to go into the vibration of that, he's quite welcome to do so.
That's right. Okay. Onward.
Onward.
Got a little physics in there, and just getting a little bit of everything today. Something about, wait, no, maybe that's not it. So I do need to
take
wait
a few seconds.
Because it does kind of bring up
a little overlapping once in a while.
Well, right, or even something like, is that really connected there, or is it just want something floating from who knows where? So. Okay. So I do see a person with like a white cloak. Maybe I don't want to say friar, but a monk kind of thing?
Yeah.
With the rope belt
kind
of thing. And
I
don't really see his face too much, or maybe that'll come into view later, but he was a server like that.
Okay.
I don't know what era totally, but he's in that, those kind of robes. And so how can we help you today? He wants to embody truth. That's what he wants to embody. He hasn't. Yeah, I'm hearing Christ in there. I'm hearing some of that energy, but just to embody truth in his soul, and trying to maybe see a little more like what his practices might be, or breathe deep. I'm hearing breathe deep. So breathe deep. Try to sit here, breathe deep. Listen. Not just listening. Being maybe present. And I'm not hearing any prayers or mantras or anything like that. Just he's kind of earthy. He's kind of organic or something. I don't know. But he wants to embody truth.
Okay. So maybe do the COS.
Okay.
Maybe the COS.
Quite happy with that. He's quite happy with that.
Yeah. Start with the COS.
He's very, 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 very grateful. I can't tell you that you have given him that. And he will see it as a treasure.
Yeah, and it's just ask for some more communing with Christ and stuff, that the Christ teachings, that Christ teachings would be more conveyed to him.
And he is feeling that COS in him, and he said, Yeshua, he said.
Yeah, Yeshua ben Joseph.
He's saying that. He's saying, Yeshua, you mentioned, yes. And he's feeling the vibration of it in his heart center, and he's very grateful.
So that will help to connect him even more to Yeshua, and whenever he's ready, he can ask Yeshua to come to him directly.
Yeah, he's, like I say, he's just so grateful. He's just, that sounds good, and you know, and he will use this like it's so like precious food almost for his spirit. He wants to thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
I don't know why I was feeling like he was more in the Catholic at some point, or maybe will be at some point.
I could see that with him.
I don't know why it's feeling like almost like around a pope or something, maybe in the future.
Feel that too. I felt that energy a little bit too. It was a little, you know, I could see you saying that. It's interesting. Absolutely.
Maybe it's a future thing coming up for him or something. Maybe it's not in the past. Maybe it's a future thing. But I just was getting like blips of feeling of like that. That's it that he would make. So maybe he'll be future life with around one of the popes or something.
I think he'd be very happy with that, and a great light to have, you know, in something like that. So okay, so next. Little stone, growing bright. I'm sorry. I'm conveying growing bright, love, dancing. He likes the stone, so.
That's a nice stone.
Yeah, it is.
It has very nice energy, that little stone. I guess a great place to hang out and play for a while.
That's it. I think that's it, because what I see now is that little stone, and I'm seeing a little greenery growing around it. Like it's just, it's kind of a fun, I guess, like you say, playful kind of energy.
Yeah, the energy with that feels a little more playful, and rainbows and bubbly and rainbow and
a little stone. I keep hearing it. And they like what you're saying. They really, really like what you're saying.
I'm glad they're having fun.
Making them happy. And they're conveying that when you're speaking, it's like a rain, and you know, I see some sprouts coming up. Like it's good. It's nourishment, or however you want to put it. But
new growth.
All around this little stone. I don't know if they want to stay in it. I'm just trying to see if this is like a...
Maybe they just want to hang out and play. Hang out and play for a while.
Let me get a feeling. They love the stone. I see some light emanating from it. Like, I'm like, you know...
So maybe they're just getting something by just hanging there.
Stone.
Yeah, maybe that's just refreshing to their spirit, and that's what they need. So,
and I don't know, maybe they could stay in there a while.
Yeah, that's a feeling I'm getting, that they're just getting their spirit just needed to be refreshed, and that's what they're in. But yeah, no, you could see the stone. It's very sweet, and it's got rainbows, and it's got all sorts of little things, and they're just.
And I'm feeling the rain coming again.
Yeah, refreshing the spirit, just refreshing of their spirit. So I think they just want to kind of hang out in this realm.
I think they'd be very happy. And I see the light coming.
They've created a very nice golden realm that they're kind of hanging out in for a while. So we'll let them hang out in their golden realm and play and just sit and listen in, and
I think
we'll put them right here.
Be completely content with that.
Yeah, we'll put them over here.
Oh, we have such pretty colors there with this all this setup today. So pretty. Wow, look at that. You know?
Yeah, much more gentle.
Oh yeah, beautiful colors. They're just kind of in themselves, just clear and beautiful, soft. You know. You never know what's going to come from a soft stone.
Sometimes we have little things that hide out and try to, you know, but we'll find out.
No one can say.
No, they should all be pretty.
Well, you're good at getting it. You've been really good.
Sussing out the ones that are coming for
The wrong reason.
Not the best reasons, we'll just put it that
Yeah, Gertie's good at that. She gets it nice and cleaned out before I come, and I'm so grateful for her work with that. She's done a really good job. So, okay, let's see. Okay. In the time of winter, the harvest, sorry, the harvest still comes and is laying dormant there. So know that if it is winter, there's still those seeds and life to come forward, and they're a bit shy, maybe. I don't know. Take time to, be with that. But anyway, I'm feeling kind of what I'm seeing is like this pool, and it's got the greenery around it, and it looks like there may be some mud in that pool. But they like this stone because it's so clear.
Right.
And they would like that, that mud, that sludge to, and now I'm seeing kind of more clear waters. But the pool is kind of small. I mean, it's circular, and, to have that flushing, I mean, they almost feel like just kind of this, maybe, I don't want to say stagnant, but it feels maybe just a pool. How can I get this flush to flush through?
Okay.
But,
Well, it's like, when the lotus grows, it's got the roots in the mud.
They just, they're just, wow.
Yeah, it's got the roots in the mud, and, sometimes you have that for a time, and that also helps with growth. So don't think that everything always has to be light, and that if you see that mud or that substance, that it doesn't have value. It does for a time.
And they really like that, because I thought, it felt like that needed to just completely go.
Right. And that's the erroneous thing sometimes along the spiritual path that one, but no, that there is some reason for that, and that one, uses it for growth.
They really like that. They almost feel like they can just relax with what is there in them, and not feel like they've got to do all this work to, make something. And now I just got to flash this person saying that was a concept, maybe, that they were held in versus. And that just really struck home with this particular soul of, when you see mud or clarity or this or that in with your eyes, that's what you get certain thoughts or create concepts out of it. It doesn't mean that this is right and that's wrong, and I don't know, it's just feeling like they got a flash.
They're getting it. They're getting a thing. So just be like the lotus. Okay, well rooted, well grounded, but again, don't take it to be a negative. Don't take it to be a negative.
And they just really are settled, I guess, is the thing with just this is, what it is. And
exactly.
It's all right. So,
it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Oh, this is such a cute stone. They've got the cutest stones today. This is just a little pink.
Yeah, the little pink, but this one, I like this one too. This one is very clear and very, it is like a little water and
it is.
a little rooting in there.
It is. So, it is. Let's see what comes from this one. So, I. That's what's bubbling up. I. See a big I in my mind. I/dentity. That's I, or
no. What you're identifying with is not the I. Okay, that's the story that surrounds that you take to be the I. but you are not that. You are what witnesses that. Okay, you are the watcher of that. But don't gravitate to those experiences to make it a I. You are not that. You are that which sees that.
I still see that I/identity in my mind, but they definitely are hearing what you're saying. And
you are that which is prior to adopting that identity. You are that eternal part of Brahman that does not come and does not go, but is eternal in nature, ever the witness. So don't grasp on to these externalized experiences and make it that I, as something separate.
I'm feeling just some light moving through my body, you know, it's definitely, you know, I see a little bit still that identity, but it's softening, and then some light moving through my body, so it's definitely creating a shift, and I think it's the energy of it, you know, flowing through, and
so I want them to do the Om that I am and the I am that I am to help to break down that feeling of that separation into a separate identity. Yeah,
that sounds perfect for this energy, and they're hearing that. They're not. They're just really hearing that. So, and there is some light on part of it coming through. So there is some shifting. So that sounds good.
Yeah. So we'll leave them to do the Om that I am and the I am that I am, and that will help to start to break down that solidification and bring in a little bit more of that resonance.
Thank you. Onward. This one's cute too. We've got another little kind of pretty pink. It's got a little darkness here, a little ring almost. That's so sweet. Okay. I just heard butternut squash. I don't know. These are the things. This is what's hard when your mind's this way. And they're laughing.
I like butternut squash.
She was just going to say you like it, and you said it right when I heard it. They're laughing. Hilarious.
I take some right now. It sounds actually very good at the moment.
Saying, I know, you like it. I don't know.
They couldn't have brought some, could they?
I know, it'd be nice. She's have some later, please, and remember me and laugh or something. Wow, it's fun. I mean, I don't know. So let's see if there's what's the next thing with this one.
Other than butternut squash.
They're yummy. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Reality is not two. I heard it's one, and
well, it's not one either.
Okay.
It's zero. Reality is zero. It's not the one.
That really created stillness for this one. I think they.
Yeah, it's not two. It's also not one. So I think that the thing, basically, the mantra they need to say is not one. Not two, not one. Not two, not one.
And that I can feel penetrating the energy of that going into this particular energy. Yeah. Not two, not one. Not two, not one. Not two, not one. And nothing, nothing, nothingness. Emptiness.
And it's not an emptiness of devoid. It's pregnant with all that will be in existence. Absolutely pregnant.
And they're feeling that. They're still feeling like it's not like you. I mean, you still exist, I guess, is what they're kind of trying to convey. You still exist.
Right.
It's not like
Right.
you, like it's your
Primal is,
nullification.
primal is, primal is.
Mm-hmm.
Before identification. Runs like a thread through all life, all existence. Not two, not one. Just is.
They're feeling much more settled and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And I can hear that mantra, so I can hear that they are taking that in,
Mm-hmm.
what you gave them. Not two, not one. You can hear.
Yeah, so I think we'll leave them to stay here for a while in the crystal cave and stuff. I think that might be good for them to hang out there for a while and just soak up the vibration. That would be good. Okay.
All right, we got our last heart waiting here.
And it was the first will be last and the last will be first.
Oh, there you go. With this, for sure.
Yeah, because you started on the back end, and so the first will be last and the last will be first.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. But here's the stone or the little clear heart.
The clear heart.
All right. Getting some different things, and I just don't know yet.
Yeah, just sit with it for a few seconds. Give it time to settle and.
I do see some arms like kind of open and coming out of the light. I don't know if it's, again, a sentiment from me. It's almost like, take time, sitting on and I just heard that, so I'm just kind of putting out what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of they're putting a candle in my heart, like, it's burning for you. And so I'm going to ask, can I help you with anything? Thank you, and can I help you with anything? So all I'm hearing is take time, sitting on in those arms.
Yeah, they just came for
out.
you. They came for you.
I think so too. There's nothing else to be said there, and
They,
it was
I'm
a white
sure
cloud.
that they're saying, that you can be wrapped in those arms and comforted, sort of.
Yeah, and to say they're there for you,
Exactly.
There is happy, we are here, and that love's there, and that openness, and all that, those things. So thank you so much.
So that's it for this day.
And the other, we got, who knows when the next installment that will.
We're not sure. Again, this has been a little hard on Siddhananda and her body and everything. So we're not sure how often it will be right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. Thank you.
But we'll be sure to video the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Namaste. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Bye.